Chris Paul having a great series so far. J.J. Redick, Baumute, Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. Meanwhile, Lillard and McCollum in the backcourt for the Blazers. Aminu, Harkless, and Mason Plumlee. Mark Jones courtside along with Doris, Burke, J.A. Adande joining us in just a bit.
Well, McCollum and Lillard had struggled through games 1 and game 2. They are back at home and looking very much like the dynamic tandem. McCollum on the floater goes right at Jamal Crawford. And then Dame Lillard, how about this? The great shot blocker in your grill, no problem, off window.
Watching on ESPN, Dallas and OKC. Let's go to Jay. But Crawford and the Clippers having a tough time with Dame Lillard so far.
Yeah, he's been the offense for this particular team. And we said it, this is an unflappable guy. So the struggles in game 1 and game 2 have not mattered. He's made shots, everybody else feels better. How about this? Little step back separation. Go ahead, go to work, Dame.
9/10 left. A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! Good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years.
A good sign for the struggling Blazer starting guards. Lillard got into double figures. And
Welcome back to Portland, Doc. You knew the
doing what I do. 4-year college player, went to Lehigh, first player drafted. Why? Because he can play. Get a little separation from Austin Rivers. No push off, just a beautiful jumper.
Well, Sunday our NBA playoff coverage continues on ABC with a pair of game 4s. 1 o'clock. Spurs looking to close out the Grizzlies, and then at 3:30, Steph Curry expected back as the Warriors face off against the Rockets. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown presented by Straight Talk Wireless at 12:30 Eastern. And you can also stream it all live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Timeout, Clippers. Blazers in the midst of a 10-2 run. Lillard doing his part and McCollum scoring 8 of those points in that 10-2 run as we take a look at our Corona extra performers. And this backcourt, Doris, has found the magic that they had during the regular season.
How about they've got 25 points combined. LA has 26 as a team. And let's keep in mind this Portland team is the youngest team in the playoff. Their average age is 24 years of age. So not surprisingly, right? A young team going to play better at home than on the road.
It's on his game. Under 4.5 to go in the first half. Clippers down by 4. And welcome back, everyone. Clippers and Blazers game 3 from the Moda Center here in Portland, the City of Roses, as the Blazers look to get back into the series. As we take a look at tonight's most interesting stats, brought to you by Doris. And the numbers on the page, and some that you might not notice. The rebounding edge was supposed to be in Portland's favor in this series. It hadn't quite worked out this way, but Plumlee doing a great job in this series. Leads all players with 10 rebounds so far in the first half. Mark Jones courtside along with Doris, Burke, James for Blake Griffin. Clippers down by 6 when we come back. 53-47 here. It's time to check out tonight's home court advantage, brought to you by Lowe's. As we look at some of the storylines, and back to that OKC Dallas series. What about Rick Carlisle in the post-game news conference saying that he thinks Deron Williams is done for the season now? So things certainly looking very bleak for the Mavericks.
Yep.
After they finished the regular season on a nice little roll. And Kevin Durant also saying that, hey, I don't believe that they're trying to hurt us and we're not trying to hurt them. Outside of maybe trying to hurt their feelings. Lillard.
And it looked like the Clippers were getting closer. Advantage 5.
Welcome back, everyone, to Portland. Blazers with a 5-point lead, and Mason Plumlee, Doris, amongst league leaders in assists amongst big men.
In game 2, they went to him right now. Said we're going to be a playmaker. He had 7 assists. So Lillard passes to him at the free throw line area or that pitch post, and he delivers 2 nice passes, consecutive play.
Folks, your NBA playoff coverage continues on ABC with a pair of Game 4s. 1 o'clock, Spurs trying to close out the Grizzlies. And Steph Curry and the Warriors taking off the Rockets. Coverage beginning with NBA Countdown, presented by Straight Talk Wireless at 12:30 Eastern Time. And you can also stream it all live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Davis going 1 for 2 head-to-head. The Clippers trying to seize this series and go up 3-0. No team has ever recovered from such a deficit. But Lillard not going down without a fight when we come back for the 4th quarter.
Welcome back to
lead since the 1st quarter when they were up 19-17. And Stotts calls Portland timeout. Back with more right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the Moda Center. Mark Jones courtside along with Doris, Burke, and Adande. Folks, we've got the Yankees and Rangers. Monday Night Baseball presented by USAA. Watch as Carlos Beltran leads the Bronx Bombers against Adrian Beltre and the Big Bats in Texas. 8 Eastern on ESPN. You can also stream it live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app.
It's been far too long since my Yankees have won a World Series. I know our colleague Mark Jackson would co-sign that. Problem here in the second half. 8 turnovers for Portland.
Wrap it up here. Stick around for SportsCenter at night with the 2 Johns. They'll have all the NBA, NHL playoff highlights, Major League Baseball, NFL free agencies, updates from UFC 197. John Bones Jones back in action, and the rest of your day in sports. SportsCenter at night tonight after the NBA playoffs right here on ESPN.
How about the 3rd highest scoring tandem in the league in the regular season? CJ McCollum, tough shot under duress of the defender and the shot clock. And then Damian Lillard. How about really good defense from Chris Paul, forces him into an off-balance, off 1-foot jump shot. You see the visible frustration from Crawford. He thought he got pushed underneath. 28 and 26. Doing work, Mark Jones.
Hey, it's interesting. McCollum hitting that shot over Redick. Remember, McCollum came to national prominence in the NCAA tournament when Lehigh defeated Duke. A little Lehigh. He doesn't need a nickname. He wears that O. That's not a 0. That's Oakland on his chest and covering his back. He had 32. McCollum had 27. They turned back the Clippers late. Harkless was a big key, and the passing of Plumlee was as well. We've got a series. It's 2-1. Coming up next, SportsCenter at night. For Doris Burke, I'm Mark Jones and Jay Adande. Thanks for watching it. The NBA on ESPN. So long from Portland.